I stared at the polished wooden door of the Golden Sage, the fanciest steakhouse in Bozeman, Montana. The warm afternoon sun glinted off the brass handles, casting long shadows across the gravel parking lot dotted with pickup trucks and SUVs. I'd driven my beat-up Ford Ranger here straight from work, my heart pounding with a mix of excitement and that nagging doubt I always pushed down. This was my moment, senior project manager at the biggest engineering firm in the state, the youngest ever at 34. I'd splurged on a new plaid shirt and boots, justifying the expense as a reward for climbing out of the hole I'd dug myself into for years. The hostess, a friendly woman with a cowboy hat tilted just so, greeted me like an old friend. "Ms. Brooks, right this way. Congratulations on that big promotion. We heard all about it from your reservation note." Her words hit me like a warm breeze off the Yellowstone River. But inside, I was a storm. Why did a stranger's kindness feel like a gut punch? I followed her to a table for 5, set with crisp white linens and a bucket chilling a bottle of decent Cabernet, $2.50 I'd researched to make this night special. "Your wine's ready when they are," she said with a wink. I sat down, checking my watch. 10 minutes early. Plenty of time for Mom, Susan, to round up the crew from the ranch outside town. Jake, my brother, Aunt Linda, Uncle Frank. I'd texted reminders this morning. Called yesterday. "We'll try," Mom had said, her voice distant, like she was already halfway out the door. Jake's got some exciting news too. I straightened the silverware, my mind racing. Why do I always chase their approval? The thought clawed at me, but I shoved it away. This promotion was proof I mattered. The server approached, all professional charm. "Water while you wait?" I nodded, forcing a smile. They're probably stuck in traffic from the ranch. Minutes stretched. 15. Then 30. The bread basket cooled untouched. The wine bottle sweated in its bucket. My phone buzzed with work congrats, my boss calling me a trailblazer. But nothing from family. The server refilled my water without a word, his eyes kind in a way that made my throat tighten. Am I invisible to them? Again? An hour passed. I checked text zip. Then, an Instagram alert. My breath caught as I opened it. There they were, Mom arm in arm with Jake, Uncle Frank hoisting a beer, Aunt Linda grinning wide. At the old rusty spur bar by the ranch. Jake beaming next to a shiny new side-by-side UTV. All chrome and mud tires. Caption: toasting Jake's new ride, $12K beast. Timestamp: right during my reservation. I zoomed in, searching their faces for guilt, for any flicker of remembering me. Nothing. Just pure, unfiltered joy. A text from Mom popped up, busy with Jake's big buy. Enjoy the wine solo. Something shattered inside me, not loud, but deep, like a crack in frozen earth after a long winter. A tear slipped free. The server brought the check quietly, $2.80 for nothing but humiliation. I paid without looking.
Numb.
As I left, past tables of laughing families, I felt exposed. A ghost in my own life. How many times have I let this happen? Paid their way while they forgot mine? Back in my small apartment in town. The door clicked shut like a final judgment. I stood in the dim light, still in my new shirt, heels kicked off haphazardly. The silence pressed in, familiar yet crushing. My place was basic, a second-hand couch, a kitchen table I'd refinish myself, nothing like Mom's sprawling ranch house with its big porch and updated barn.
Upgradaci de funda.
I poured a glass of cheap red from the fridge, the irony bitter. Champagne for ghosts, Merlot for the fool. My laptop sat waiting. I opened my spreadsheet. Family expenses 2019 to 2025. Rows of truth stared back. Mom's ranch mortgage, $1,800 per month x 60 months equals $108,000. Jake's truck loans, $14,500. Aunt Linda's vet bills for her horses, $18,200. Uncle Frank's property taxes, $6,100. Endless repairs.
Feet.
Insurance. Total, $147,800. Enough for my own land, a trip to the coast, or starting that consulting side gig I dreamed of. The wine burned. Tomorrow's autopay for the mortgage loomed. My finger hovered over cancel. They've taken enough. I hit it. Confirmation flashed. Freedom or betrayal? I started a new list. What I owe myself. Missed birthdays, 5. Hospital visits when I broke my arm riding, none. Help moving, 0. Genuine questions about my life, rare. Money requests, countless. A text from mom. Power bill spiked. Spot me $250.
No apology.
No curiosity about my night. I scrolled old messages. Everyone a plea. An email from 2022. Mom convincing me to drop my name from the ranch deed while I kept paying. Simpler this way. Honey. I glanced at my Ranger outside. 180,000 miles. Check engine, light mocking me. Then back to Instagram. Jake's UTV gleaming. Rage built. Cold and sharp. I've been their ATM. Not their daughter. By 4 a.m., resolve hardened. I grabbed keys. Drove to the ranch in pre-dawn quiet. The house loomed dark, the home I'd bankrolled but never truly belonged in. I scrawled a note. His toy.
His ranch.
Your turn. Taped it to the door. Left my key under the mat. And drove off as the sun crested the hills. A weight lifted, but doubt whispered. Am I the monster now? 5 days later. My phone glowed with the 70-second missed call. Voicemail droned the count like an accusation. I poured coffee in my quiet kitchen. Screen down, letting the Montana morning sun filter through the blinds. No emergencies to fix, just birdsong and steam curling from my mug. Is this peace or loneliness? I hit play on speaker, staring at the Absaroka Mountains turning pink. Mom's voice first. Wounded. Emily?
Why?
We needed that mortgage pay. Call back now. No mention of my empty table. Next.
Sis.
One dinner? You're overreacting. Mom's panicking. Anger flared.
Clean and hot.
Overreacting? After years of my sweat funding your fun? Aunt Linda. Your mom said you cut us off. My horse meds are due. Real problems here.
Delete.
The light caught my promotion plaque from work. Youngest senior project manager, trailblazer. Colleagues had cheered. Family hadn't. An email from mom. Linda's meds, your fault? Attached, a bill. I closed it. Facebook pinged. Jake tagged me. When kin turns cold in hard times. Remember blood's thicker. Comments poured in from old ranch folks, sympathizing with poor Jake and Susan. Not one knew the $147,000 I'd poured in. They see victims, I see users. A text from Uncle Frank. Got a sec? Not picking sides. My fingers froze. In years of giving, no one spoke truth. They've milked you dry.
Eminencia.
Watched it happen. Shock hit. Jake boasted at the bar, said you'd pay if he played the mom's disappointed card.
Coffee soured.
Boasted? Frank. Intervention planned Thursday at the ranch. Make you see reason.
En intervention?
Like my boundaries were an addiction. They think I'm broken for saying no. I prepped. Bank confirmed accounts secure. Cancelled all family autos. Changed locks after finding mom's spare in my drawer. At work. Focus sharpened. At 3 p.m., my assistant buzzed, "Your mom and brother in lobby with a UTV." From my window, I saw it. Jake's chrome beast in the no parking zone. Mom primped. Sunglasses on head. Jake leaned casual. Phone in hand. "Peace offering," assistant said. Peace or trap? Colleagues peered out. Send 'em up.
No.
Tell them I'm in a meeting. Permanently. Relief in her voice.
I mörkret till dusk.
Deleting 28 frantic texts unread. Driving home. Mountains silhouetted. Steps lighter. Walking away. Not toward crisis. Tomorrow. Bank calls mom. Tomorrow. She learns I won't save her. Freedom tastes sharp. Like sagebrush wind. The mortgage notice arrived. Unopened on my counter for days. Phone buzzed, mom again. I watched a hawk circle outside. Sun gilding its wings. I've never just watched. Bank's autocall. Account 5823 past due. Contact to avoid fees. Not my name on it anymore. Text from mom. Bank called late. Handle it? Jake stressed. Another. M? The hawk dove. Precise. I open my spreadsheet. Family column gone. Replaced by self-fund. Numbers realigned for me. Knock at door. M. It's Jake. Mom's worried you're ghosting. I froze. Hand on knob. Lost my job. Foreman said too many no-shows. UTV payments late. Always his mess. My mop. Can't help.
Jake.
Voice steady.
What?
Open up, we talk.
No.
You ditched my dinner for that toy, now face it. Silence. Not fair. Dinner's one night. This is real. Sharp laugh escaped. It was real to me. But I'm just the fixer. Right? He wheedled. Cosign alone?
Till ilandsommeting.
Temptation tugged. Old habit. Then I saw my plaque.
No.
Not anymore. Fist on door. Selfish bitch. Steps stormed away. I slid down wall. Pulse racing. Did I just?
Stand?
Phone rang, mom. I answered. Where's my payment?
No hello.
Where were you at the Golden Sage? Her tone sweetened. Honey, Jake needed us, his bye. You know he feels left out. How'd I feel? Mom? Alone with flat wine while you toasted his whim. Dramatic. Just dinner. Not just. Proof I only matter for checks. We love you, you're capable.
Jake's. Not.
Capable of being drained. Emily Rose Brooks. After my sacrifices. What sacrifices? I've paid ranch. Jake's flops. Linda's bills years. Silence taut. This the end. Voice small. My reflection in window. Strong.
Clear.
End of faking this is love. Hung up.
Blocked.
Hands steady pouring coffee. Outside. Hawk returned with mate. Soaring free. Maybe I can too. A week on. Jake stormed the lobby of Western engineering firm like a dust devil off the plains. Face flushed, pacing the polished floor under the antler chandelier. Family crisis. Get my sister down now. I watched from upstairs, gripping the rail. Colleagues flanking me. That's him, I muttered. Throat dry. HR guy. Security. No, this ends. Elevator down felt like plunging into a ravine. Doors opened. Jake gestured wildly to staff. Guards. Onlookers. Finally, he grabbed my arm. I pulled back. Mom's frantic. Bank on mortgage again. Did you bus here? Or drive the UTV. His act cracked. Bus, what? Listen. Mortgage. Call bank yourself. You're 32. Voice rose for audience. Job gone. UTV repo looming. Abandoning us? Heat flushed my face. Old me would have caved. Check in hand. But pressure built. Bursting. He bought that $12,000 toy the night he skipped my promotion bash. Turned to crowd. Now begs cause payments due. Shock rippled.
Em private.
Like my empty table? Posted on Insta while I sat solo with undrunk wine. Lobby hushed. Jake deflated. You're the responsible one. And you banked on it. No more. Phone buzzed group text. Mom claiming Linda's horse meds unaffordable. Me destroying kin. Uncle Frank replied. Took her to vet. Covered by program. Mom. Frank. Siding against me. My thumbs. Truth sides itself. Blocked them. That night. Contacted advisor. Liquidated stocks for condo down payment overlooking the Gallatin. Changed number. Shared with Frank and work pals. Freedom bit like frost. Painful. Purifying. Frank's text. You gave till empty. Surrounded by leeches. Drafted letter to mom. No money asks. Respect my life. Admit past use. Her reply. How could you? Still blind. Family isn't transaction. It's shared path. Taped it as reminder, not guilt. But guard. Why does her denial sting deeper than the taking? I paced my apartment, shadows lengthening. Memories flooded. Childhood on the ranch. Me mending fences while Jake played. Mom praising his charm. Ignoring my straight A's. College loans I paid solo. Their emergencies I covered. Was I ever seen? Or just useful? Therapy started that week, unpacking the weight. Boundaries aren't betrayal, Doc said. But inner voice screamed, you're abandoning blood. No, saving myself. 2 months in, a certified letter arrived from Mom's lawyer. Demand for repayment contributions, equity in ranch. My stomach dropped. Lawyer? After I gave freely? Called mine, old friend from Bozeman High. Gifts? Not loans.
No docs?
No case. Relief washed. But anger simmered. Suing kin? Low even for them. Court date set. Small claims in the old brick courthouse downtown. I prepped evidence. Bank statements. Spreadsheets. This exposes everything. Doubt gnawed. Am I ready to air it? Day of. Courtroom smelled of polished wood and tension. Mom sat stiff in a pantsuit. Jake slouched beside. Aunt Linda fidgeting. Uncle Frank in back. Neutral.
Judge.
Grizzled with a Montana drawl. MS. Brooks claims undue enrichment. Mom's lawyer spun. Familial loans. Implied repayment. My turn. Voice steady. Gifts.
No agreements.
Showed ledger. $147K voluntary. Mom testified. She owed us for raising her.
Owed?
Cross-exam. Recall my promotion dinner? Irrelevant. Not to me. Jake. She always helped till selfish. My lawyer. Boasted exploiting her? Frank testified for me. Witnessed manipulation. Judge ruled. No contract. Case dismissed.
Outside.
Mom approached. Eyes wet. Happy now? Not happy, free. Learned to stand without me. Walked away. Heart pounding but head high. Post-court. Silence from them. I closed on the condo. Views of snow-capped peaks. Space for my herbs and books. First night. Stars blazed overhead. This is mine. Work thrived. Led a river restoration project. Praise rolling in. Friends, real ones. Hosted a belated bash. Laughter filled the air.
Nostrines.
But nights. Inner conflict raged. Did I destroy them? Or save us? Frank updated. Ranch listed. Jake, job hunting. Linda's stable. They're adapting, painfully. Guilt ebbed. Replaced by pity. Maybe growth for all. 3 months later. An unexpected knock echoed through my condo. Peering through the peephole, I saw Uncle Frank,
Hutton Hunt?
looking weathered under the porch light. My heart twisted, loyalty clashing with caution. What now? Another plea? I opened the door. Cool evening breeze carrying the scent of pine from the hills.
Ink.
Not here to beg.
Just talk. His eyes,
Lined from years wrangling cattle, held no guile. I let him in, brewing coffee as he settled on the couch. Ranch sold last week. Your mom's in a smaller place in town. Jake's working at the feed store, entry level. But steady. The words landed heavy. Sold? The place I helped save? But no rage, just a dull ache. How's she? Struggling. Misses the land. And you. A silence stretched, broken by the drip of the coffee maker. Misses me? Or my wallet? Frank sighed. I should have spoken sooner.
saw the imbalance.
Did nothing. His admission cracked something in me. Why now? Seeing you stand up inspired me. Left the family group chat.
Toad entrou fiurtes.
But heals. We talked hours about Dad's early death, leaving Mom bitter. Jake's entitlement from being the baby, my role as the fixer ingrained young. Was it all inevitable? Or choices? Tears came unbidden. I loved helping, till it hollowed me. Frank nodded. Love shouldn't cost your soul. He left with a hug, promising neutral ground if I wanted contact. That night, insomnia gripped. Forgive or forget. Dreams haunted. Childhood picnics on the ranch. Laughter before the taking. Woke resolved, sent Mom a card. Thinking of you. Boundaries stay. But doors cracked. No response for weeks. Then, a package. Old photo album. My baby pictures. Ranch memories. Note. Miss the girl who fixed everything. Learning to fix myself. Progress? Emotions surged. Hope mingled with wariness. Can leopards change spots? For months post-court, Jake texted via Frank's number. Can we meet? Neutral spot. Doubt screamed no, but curiosity won. We met at a coffee shop overlooking the river. Sun glinting on the water. He looked thinner.
No squagger. Em.
I screwed up. Big. Voice broke. That UTV? Stupid flex. Lost it anyway.
Admit.
Why now? Rock bottom.
Job.
Repo. Mom's blame. Realized I leaned on you 'cause I could. Tears in his eyes. Sorry for the dinner. The takes. Inner storm raged. Genuine? Or ploy? Actions. Not words. He nodded. Working on it. Therapy-free clinic. We talked tentatively, shared pains. Not just mine. Parted with awkward hug. Seed of change? Mom called next week. Voice tentative. Saw the card. Can we try coffee? Met at the same shop. She looked older.
Ranch tan fadet. Em.
I pushed 'cause I feared failing alone. Admission raw. Raised you strong. Too strong for us weak ones. Tears flowed. Proud of your job. Always was.
Just.
Scared. Scared? Me too. We unpacked hurts. Her widowhood isolation. My resentment built up.
No promises.
But understanding dawned. Boundaries firm, I said. But maybe visits. She nodded. Hope flickering. Healing? Slow. But possible. Inner peace settled deeper. Therapy helped. Forgiveness for you, not them. Work friends became family, hikes in the Bridgers, shared dreams. Condo bloomed with life, garden boxes, art from local fairs. A promotion bonus funded a solo trip to the Tetons, where vast skies mirrored my expanding world. I carried them. Now I carry me. Frank's barbecues became neutral havens, light talks.
No asks.
Jake showed up sober. Job updates genuine. Mom shared recipes, not bills. Family redefined, not blood, but choice. Yet doubts lingered nights. Will old patterns return? Vigilance became my shield. The weight wasn't gone, but shared now, lessons in boundaries. Self-worth. Paying forward to myself. 6 months from that empty table, I stood on my condo balcony, the Montana autumn sun warming my face as leaves turned gold in the valley below. The Gallatin River snaked silver through the landscape, a reminder of flow and change. Inside, my home pulsed with earned comfort, fresh herbs thriving on the sill, bookshelves heavy with stories of resilience, a wall of photos, work triumphs, friend adventures.
Solo Iques.
No more sparse survival. This was thriving. My phone rang, Frank. Your mom's settling in her new apartment. Even planted a window box. No drama. Just update. Jake's promoted at the store, managing inventory. Pride tinged his voice. And you, leading a watershed project. Big impact. We laughed about mundane joys, his new fishing rod, my photography class. Hanging up. Energy surged, not drained. Connections without chains. A knock, Sarah. A junior engineer I'd mentored. We sat with tea. Her hands shaky. Canceled the check to my folks. They called me heartless. Echoes of my past. But you did it. Squeezed her hand. Guilt fades to growth. Her eyes lit, mirroring my old hunger for validation. Passing the torch. Calendar chimed. Dinner with friends at a cozy bistro. Laughter awaited. No scores kept. As Sarah left, an unknown number buzzed. Old panic flickered, but I silenced it. My peace. My choice. On the balcony, seedlings from Frank pushed through soil, late bloomers. He'd said, worth the wait. Fingers in dirt. I marveled. Persistence amid uncertainty. The true burden hadn't been dollars, but bearing others' unwillingness to stand.
Now.
Shoulders light. I breathed the crisp air. Horizon endless. Mom's first visit came unannounced. A tentative knock one crisp morning. She held a pie, apple. My favorite from ranch days.
No asks.
Just this. Eyes searched mine. We sat. Pie steaming between us.
Ink.
Therapy's opening my eyes. I leaned on you, 'cause I couldn't on myself. Vulnerability raw. Her too? Dad's death broke me, made me hoard control. Tears shared. Proud of the woman you became, despite me. Inner walls cracked. I forgive for me, not full embrace.
But steps.
Weekly coffee? She nodded. Hope blooming. Jake joined one, awkward at first. Saving for a used truck, earned.
No boast.
Just fact. We talked dreams, his mechanic certification, my consulting startup.
L'auteur tentative.
But real. Aunt Linda called later. Found a subsidy for meds. Thanks for the push. Ripple effects. Family gatherings evolved. Frank's ranch. Neutral. With ground rules. No money talk. Shared stories instead. Conflicts arose. Old habits died hard, but addressed openly. Sorry became common. Healing scars. Inner monologues quieted. From why me to why not thrive. Therapy sealed it. You taught them self-reliance by modeling it. A year-end bonus funded a family-neutral trip, Yellowstone hike. Mom marveled at geysers. Like us, pressure builds. Then release. Jake admitted, "Your stand saved me from myself." Laughter echoed in the canyons. Not perfect, but progress. The lesson settled soft. Boundaries breed respect. Forgiveness frees. I wasn't destroyer, but catalyst. Under starlit skies, ranch echoes faded to whispers. Family is an obligation, it's mutual lift. My ledger closed. New chapters opened. The mountains stood eternal, witnesses to rebirth. In reclaiming me, I gifted them wings too.